Oh my gosh. Where does it end? It's gotta end sometime, right? Alright, check in. All I need is one of you to check in. Let me know that we're in business. Megan. Ms. Megan. Pardon me. Now, as we get started on the Eric Zane Show, let me do it all again, because I'm a mess. Ugh. Welcome into the Back Alley Comedy Club Auxiliary Studio. I'm your host, Eric Zane. For the live stream of the recording of the Friday podcast. That's what this is. I appreciate you giving me some of your time. When you listen to the freebie, I go into great detail about, thank you. I go into great detail about what the last 24 hours has done to me. And you are in for a doozy of a story. Let's just say, I think I've turned the corner. If you had seen me yesterday, you would have been very, very concerned for my well-being. I cover all that. If you listen in weirdo orders, I suggest you go back and listen to the freebie first. But for those people who are watching that are saying, hey, you look tired. Oh, boy. Yeah, I know. It'll do that to you. So you have got to tune into that. Check that out. You will love it. Because it's just typical. Something like this to happen to me. We'll get into that in a bit. Let's see. I actually took notes here, what I want to talk about with you. First of all, you know what I heard? I heard that next week, it's going to be like crazy cold. Like not just, it's the coldest coldest days we've had since 2016. No. They're saying, the weather people are saying that where we live in Michigan, it's going to be the coldest air in like 30 years. We're talking lows where I live of like minus 15 degrees air temperature. Minus 15 degrees with wind chills as low as 40 below zero. Okay, now they talk, you hear that, oh yeah, that's skin can freeze, and screw that, your dick will fall off in an instant. Think about that. That is a crazy number to throw at someone. Now, if I was up north at the trailer, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a minus 20 or 25. It's different up there. So I am, in a weird way, I'm kind of looking forward to it, to what a day would be like with temperatures that cold. But just obliteratingly cold. Man, we got snow today, so we're now back to getting hammered. Like we got hammered with a little bit of snow and ice a little earlier in the week. But you know where we live in West Michigan, because not everybody listening to this is from there. This is one of the snowiest portions of the country because you got that enormous ocean lake 30 miles away that is a snow-making machine. And, you know, anybody who lives in Buffalo, New York knows what I'm talking about, man. It gets going, and then it just does not stop. And we had been lucky up to now, but now it's coming. Get ready. It's going to smack your face in. Jeez. All right, listen to this story. I've got a bit of audio to play for you. You'll be able to hear it on the live recording, the live video, and you'll be able to hear it, of course, on the freebie podcast. Not the freebie podcast, the Patreon podcast. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about today. Story goes like this. There's a dude flying on an airplane, and all he wanted to do was get home. It's him, and, oh, Jesus, what the hell's wrong with me? All this guy wanted to do was get home. He jumps on an airplane in Miami, and then they say, no, you can't go on. What are you talking about? What, is the flight full? Did you do one of those things? Did you overbook the flight? They go, no, you smell too bad. Your body odor is so bad. You cannot be on this flight. Check this out.
A family forced off a flight at Miami International Airport.
And this happened after passengers complained about their body odor. Local 2 News reporter Parker Branton is live at the airport now with this exclusive report for us. Parker?
Yeah, this Detroit family says it all happened in a matter of minutes. They got on their American Airlines flight and then were asked to leave, and it was all because of body odor.
Yeah.
There's no body odor that we have. There's nothing wrong with us.
Okay. This is the dude, and he is pissed throughout the whole thing. He can't believe it. He gets out his cell phone camera. He starts like shooting video of one of the gate agents, and it's like the funniest thing. It's like something you got to see. I'll end up posting it on the Facebook fan page so you can actually see what I'm talking about later on.
With his wife Jenny and baby were wrapping up their vacation in Miami and heading back home to Detroit last night. At least that's what they had planned.
All of a sudden, as soon as they took us off, they closed the gate, and then they said, "Oh, sorry, sir. Some people complained you had body odor. We're not letting you back out."
The Adler family briefly boarded their American Airlines flight before they say they were asked to get off because passengers were complaining about their body odor.
We don't have odor, okay? Nobody here has odor. Oh, stop. Give me that. Oh, stop, okay?
This is cell phone.
When he said that, okay, that was him recording the gate agent, and he goes, "We don't have odor," and the gate agent goes, he kind of made this face like, "Shit, yeah, you do. You smell like a dirty, wet dick. Get out of my face." Now, I believe this guy smells like shit, okay? I am 100% convinced that this guy, he smells like a big bag of dicks, and his wife smells like gingered pussy fruit, frankly, and the kid smells like piss. I don't know why, but they just look like they stink. Something about those kids, something about that family looks like everybody smells like shit. So, and besides, this guy actually like making this reaction like, "Oh, hell yeah, you smell like shit." In fact, I'll play this for you to the Patreon crew that are watching it.
American Airlines flight before they say they were asked to get off because passengers were complaining
Okay, now
about
watch
their
this.
body odor.
We don't have odor, okay? Nobody here has odor. Oh, stop.
You see that?
Oh, stop, okay?
This is cell phone video taken by Yussi talking with airline staff after being booted from their flight.
They said they're taking our stuff off, and they lied.
The Adlers say they were told their luggage would be taken off the plane, but that did not happen, leaving them with only the clothes on their back.
We have our car seat, our stroller, everything.
American Airlines sent us a statement Wednesday night saying, quote, Mr. Adler and his wife were removed from the flight when several passengers complained about their body odor.
Okay.
They had been booked into a hotel for the night and given meal vouchers.
What is that called? Nose blind? Yes, nose blind is what it's called. When you're so used to smelling like shit, you forget that you don't notice that you smell like shit. And you've got passengers complaining. You got this gate agent saying, "Look, I'm smelling your asshole right now. You smell like shit. Your wife smells like she's never cleaned her private parts ever. Your kids are gross. You're a pig. Get away from me." You know, there comes a point when you gotta be like, "Yeah, I get it. I think you're right. I just don't know. I'm just not noticing." And that's okay as long as you correct it. But if you continue to be a fuckhead and be like, "Oh, fuck, no, I don't smell like shit. No, I smell good," you're an asshole.
They have been rebooked on a flight Thursday.
Oh, that's gonna go well.
And their 19-month-old daughter.
Can you imagine if they said, "Yeah, we are rebooking you free of charge, but if you smell like dick again, then no, you can't. We'll just continue to do this, and this same gate agent's gonna sniff you, and if you smell like shit every time, then you're gonna be in Miami for the rest of your life.
Say they were told
Go
their
take a
luggage
bath."
would be taken off the plane, but that did not happen, leaving them with only the clothes on their back.
We have our car seat, our stroller, everything.
American Airlines sent us a statement Wednesday night saying, quote, Mr. Adler and his wife were removed from the flight when several passengers complained
No,
about their
I went
body
back
odor.
way too far.
They had been booked into a hotel
Sorry.
for the night and given meal vouchers. They have been rebooked on the flight Thursday. Cassie, Jenny, and their 19-month-old daughter arrived to MIA early this morning and hopes they will be able to take off on their flight.
We stopped several people in the airport, and it's embarrassing. We asked them, "Do you think we smell?" Because we just got kicked off.
Oh, you did not do that.
Oh my god, we're so embarrassed to do that.
Okay, so they're sitting there saying they would walk up to people and say, "Do we smell?" Now, hell, I don't know about you, but if somebody comes walking up to me and they smell like shit, and they come walking up to me and say, "Do I smell like shit?" I don't know if I'm necessarily going to look people I don't know in the face and say, "Yeah, you smell like shit." I mean, that's a ridiculous thing to put on somebody, and I don't know if I'd be willing to do that.
Do something they know.
I'm very frustrated. I want them to own up to what really happened and to tell me the truth. What was it?
Oh, I know what he's getting at. He thinks it was a religious
With the
thing.
Adler family all morning long. They have landed back
Maybe it
home
was.
in Detroit and successfully reunited with their luggage. Reporting live at Miami International Airport, Parker Branton, Local 10 News.
Yeah, I bet you he's alluding to his religion because he had a yarmulke on. So maybe that's it. And if that's the case, then perhaps they have an unbiased group there that puts on a blindfold, and then he walks up and lifts his ball sack and says, "Does this smell funny to you? I'm holding up. I'm definitely not holding up my ball sack. What does it smell like to you?" Good news, if you take them on the plane, no one's trying to. Oh, all right. No, I don't want to read that. All right. Anyway, so I just thought that was hysterical, the fact that that guy's walking around asking people if he smells like dick. Can you imagine? Okay, I want to tell you about something that happened in the basketball game that I've been meaning to talk to you about, and it is if I say what it is, I'll probably blow the story, even though I kind of did in the text on this piece here. But if you're listening to the recording of the audio, it'll all be new to you. Monday, as we all know, was the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And one of the things that went on Monday was a number of basketball teams played King holiday game. Our G League team, the Grand Rapids Drive, there were no exception. And everything went off as planned. It was a good time. It always is. But this is where I think I might have stumbled onto something, and I don't know if it's good or bad. But I'm just going to tell you here because it's kind of funny to describe it to you. We had invited a school to sing the national anthem. And prior to the anthem, they sang a song in honor of Dr. King. This is not a song that you would recognize. I'd never heard this song before. But here's how it went. The school is out at center court, and I actually introduced them as so-and-so school. And to honor the memory of Dr. King, they are singing a selection from blah, 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 in honor of this great day. And then they start singing. Now, I don't know this at the time because I'm down, my head is down, I'm taking notes, I've got a million and one things to do during the anthem. In fact, typically after doing the anthem, and which is also at about this time, the anthem is going to take place right after this song. During the anthem, I have to really focus on looking at the flag because I have to talk as soon as the anthem is over, so I better know what the hell I'm doing. And it's usually the same thing every time, but I always want to make sure it's in proper order. If I F it up, it's bad. You look like a dick. You don't want to say anything stupid. You want to make sure you got it right. Who's performing, shit like that. But it's all important that you don't F it up. So I'm constantly... So people have said to me, "Boy, it always looks like you look like you're not paying attention during the anthem to the flag." And I'm like, "Well, hey, fuck you. I mean, yes, I am paying attention, but I want to make sure that I don't screw anything up. So shut up." They're singing the King song, and I don't know. Again, no one knows this song. Now, unbeknownst to me, while I'm looking down, my one of the technical guys to my right is Chris. We're both working. We don't know this, but everybody has started to stand up now. And they're standing for the song. Now, this worked out, in my opinion, in my favor, because I don't stand up for any song but the anthem. That's the only song that's special enough for the anthem. Hell, when it comes to God Bless America, it's not mandatory you stand during, I know this, it's not mandatory to stand during the song God Bless America. you can, just like you can stand for this King song. So I'm midway through the song and I look up and everybody's standing. There's 2 people in the entire venue not standing, Chris and me. And I look at him and go, hey, should we stand? And he goes, I don't know. And I go, well, it'll be weird now, won't it? And he goes, yeah. And I said, all right, fuck it. Let's do a reverse Kaepernick. And this dude starts laughing. So we start, and I'm like, I'm biting my lip. I'm doing this. I'm biting my lip like this because, okay, if I start laughing now and people see me laughing during the Dr. King song, now it's going to put it on a whole new level. Not only was I seated, but I'd be cracking up during the Dr. King song. Oh, shit. So I said, fuck it. Let's just do reverse Kaepernick. So we just stayed seated. And I can't help that there was at least one person who thought, who the hell are these crackers? What's these cracker assholes doing, man? So I just thought it was funny that I coined a term. That's the only time that can happen. If you're singing a song like that just before the anthem and someone decides to take a knee, that will forever be known now as a reverse Kaepernick, right? Am I right? Stupid, I know, but I thought it was funny. I don't really feel that way. I don't have any dog in the fight. I just thought it was stupid and funny. Now, let's see. Oh, my God, you're going to love this story. Holy crap. There's an article I saw about the football team, the Cleveland Browns. Excuse me. I feel a lot better, man. It was so bad. Wait till you hear that freebie. That story from last night. Man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Okay. Cleveland Browns suck tons of dick. Everybody knows that. They didn't suck as much dick as the Lions this year. But they've been around for, I don't know, about 20 years. I'm not even sure that when they got back into football after that team went to Baltimore. But one of the things that they did when they got back was, we're committed to winning, and they've done nothing but suck since then. This year they actually got 7 wins with a rookie quarterback, which is pretty good. But there's this article from SportsIllustrated.com. They are referencing an article on ESPN.com by a guy named Seth Wickersham, who highlights some of the behind-the-scenes drama with the Browns as they try to escape the reputation as an NFL bottom feeder. Some of the revelations in the piece won't change people's minds about the Cleveland front office. One story in the article details how marketing executives wanted the employees to see how fans were interacting with the Browns on social media. According to the article, what happened next is nothing short of comical. I'm so glad this happened. Quote, so they projected the Browns' social media feed onto a giant wall at the facility. It was like broadcasting talk radio over the entire building. And one day in particular, it was worse than that. One of the marketing staffers entered a search for something that they thought would bring back, if they did hashtag whatever, they would bring back searches, and it would project whatever it was searching for onto the feed. Do you follow me? Now, one of the things the team likes to do is promote the dog pound. And that's these it's kind of like they're fans of the dogs. And you go to the dog pound. It's DAWG pound, dog pound, haha. Well, in order to look for that hashtag, you might know where I'm going with this. It was hashtag DP. And some of you more nasty, deviant folks like myself would know what that is. I wonder if Diana knows what that is. That's a good question. I don't think so. We have 9 people that are watching this right now. Can you give me a yes or no on the video if you've heard of it? We'll take a vote. Don't say what it is, though, because if people don't know, I'm saving that. So give me a yes or no on the feed, and I'll take no. John knows. Michael knows. Megan, hey, hang on a second. Megan won't say. Nick knows. How are you? Wait a minute. Hold on. You there? All right. Hey, I was just asking, telling a story about something, and there was part of the story features a sexual term, and I wanted to see how, if you knew it. I predicted you would not know what this means.
Okay.
This is only on the podcast for the Patreon bonus,
Okay.
so it would be difficult for like someone who listens, like for you to get in trouble.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there's like 9 people that are watching this live, and they all appear to know what this is. So, are you familiar with the term DP?
DP. I think so.
What
Yeah,
is what does the D stand for?
deep?
Deep. Okay, that's not correct. That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh.
So I don't think you know. You would be guessing then. Fair to say.
Yeah, I would be guessing.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Okay.
Okay, see ya.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah, she's an angel. She doesn't know. She's not filthy like you people and me. So the dummy did hashtag DP. Excuse me. The problem was that hashtag, as you know, carried a few different meanings, one of which is dual or double penetration. Which, by the way, how can that be fun? How can that be a good thing? You know, I've had a pretty normal, run-of-the-mill, boring sex life. For the girl, that seems to be trouble to me. Like, I can't imagine that being something that a person would go like, man, I need that. Like I need my, I really need that in sex. That's what I need. I need to be stuffed so damn full that it's like ridiculous. How is that even fun? Anyway, so here's what happened. One of the searches triggered an array of that type of porno to be broadcast onto a wall for the entire office to see for more than 20 minutes until a tech employee killed the feed. Jed says he thought it was deep penetration. I think it can mean that too. So for 20 minutes, I guess this was an inter-office thing. On the wall, they see like a girl getting double stuffed. Oh my God. Apparently those in the Browns facility are not aware of the porn vocabulary or any other vocabulary, but they also could have been in a world of trouble typing in other phrases that won't be mentioned here. The article goes on to say how much of a crappy organization it is. I don't know if that's I mean, is that a thing? Is that like top down? Is that why some teams win the Super Bowl and some don't? Because people don't know the meaning of DP? And when is our team going to get better? I heard a lot of talk about how the NFL, Dan Patrick, he is really banging the drum about an off-field official hitting a button saying throw the flag, and I couldn't be happier with that. Get it right. You ruined the Saints season. Horrible. I think there's discipline coming down on that dickhead ref who effed it up for him. That's supposed to happen like tomorrow. I thought he'd already gotten fired. What a crap shoot that one. I don't even know why I said that. What a terrible thing that was. Awful. Okay. Let's see. What did I write down here? All right. Last thing I have for you is this. Simple story from home. I prepared a pork tenderloin at the house today. And in that time, I unwrapped the tenderloin, and it was out, and my grandson said something when he saw it, which threw Mom into kind of a tizzy, which I found hilarious, and I'm telling you now. For the record, I would not tell this on the freebie because anybody can hear that. Those people would have to subscribe to it, my son, his girlfriend, to hear this. So I feel safe. 5-year-old Grayson goes, I want to smack that meat. And, okay, so I just stood there, and I didn't have this look on my face that I have now. I didn't do that. This is what I do whenever anybody says anything at the house, and this is why you need to watch these videos when I go live, because when you can see the expressions on my face, it tells the story a little better. So when you see me go live for the recording of this damn video, you should watch it, or at least go back and watch it later. That's what you pay for. What I did when he said it was I went, no reaction, stone face. And Mom goes, what did you say? And he goes, I want to smack that meat, Mom. And he like puts up his hands to go smack the meat. And she goes, no, don't smack that meat. And he kept saying it. He kept going, I'm going to smack the meat. I'm going to smack. Now, deep down, I'm like, yeah, that's what Jim should have done instead of raw dogging it. He wouldn't have, whatever. I could have said one of 1 million things. I had him by the balls, man. And I ripcorded all of those jokes. I was like, man, I got to commit. So Jim's sitting there. I got to be careful they don't hear me. And she goes, where did he learn that? And Jim goes, well, I don't think he's talking about what you think he's talking about. So I'm thinking to myself, did she actually think that he was talking about spanking the monkey or something? I was like, because that's fucked. What? So it was just hysterical. He wasn't, and it's just ridiculous to think that he was. But to be just sitting there preparing the food and hearing, I want to smack that meat, put me over the edge. Frickin' great. Holy crap. Okay. What's crazy is we are culminating another week of these broadcasts. It's a nice round number. The end of the week ends in a multiple of 5 because we didn't miss any time off. We had Fired on Friday, first podcast Monday, 5, 10, 15. We're done with 15. We've had 15 of these. I've almost eaten through a month of non-compete. February 4th is 1 week into 1 month into Oh, listen to me. What a slob I am. I can't even talk. 1 month into non-compete. I don't know if that means anything because I don't know if anybody wants me, frankly. If it does happen, you better believe this is not ending. If I had the opportunity to work radio and someone said to me, okay, yeah, you got to stop doing that podcast, I'd say, I can't do that, man. It can't happen. Now, if they offered me the money like NHL money, well, then I'd consider it. But I'd come back to you. But as it stands right now, this is it. And I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the Patreon bonus pods because I love doing them. It's my favorite part of the day. I love them all. But this is exceptional. And I feel a lot more comfortable these days. Thanks for tuning in on the live stream recording of it. Spread the word that they can get all this shit for just $5 or $10 a month. Yeah. All right. And you know what? I also want to talk about this. I forgot to mention this on the freebie. King's Room Barbershop is in Rogers Plaza. They are helping out with Andrew and Hillary Dykstra for Claire's Walk. They're opening up. They normally don't open on Sunday. They're opening up Sunday and offering their haircuts, which are $16.50 for their basic level haircut. And during the walk, if you go into King's Room Barbershop and get a haircut, your $16.50, $5 of the $16.50 goes to the National Organization of Disorders of the Corpus Callosum. That's the organization that the charity organization that the Dykstras work with on a regular basis for support for their little girl Claire. NODCC.org. Okay? NODCC.org. More about that. I forgot to mention that in the freebie. I'm kicking myself because I just talked to Andy over there, but I'll hit it up really hard on social media.